This is Between Hooksets. I'm Chasen Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Kurt Underhill from the Fishing Crew.
What is going on, dude?
I think I have a mosquito snuck up the pant leg and bit me. Either that or a spider just got me. Do you have that happen to you? Do you get bit by spiders? I frequently get bit by something.
No, I don't think I've really ever been bit by anything. I mean, there's never been a guy that woke up with spider bites. And I know down at Spring Creek during the Gov Cup, many staff have gotten shiggers, and I've never eaten them.
Those things are absolutely the worst.
Yeah, the first time we ever got them, my dad had them, and they were all over a region. And put fingernail polish on it, and I walked in the cabin, and he had pink fingernail polish going all over that region.
Yeah, no. So that used to be that was a Nebraska thing, as far north as Nebraska, and then all of a sudden one day it ended up in South Dakota. And I think it's up in North Dakota too. You know, it's pretty crazy. So actually tonight, two cool things. This worked out great. I'm super excited about that. You know, we were thinking that maybe it'd be great for tonight, but tonight's guest is even better. I'm pumped about getting Drake McCarthy on tonight because I met his mom and dad, and I met Drake on Francis Case in Chamberlain in 2021 when the National Walleye Tour was there, and that's when I met Sean Grams, and it was a great first for me. But you know, the crazy thing is Drake was just a kid doing the co-angler thing, excited about fishing. His mom and dad are 100%. Actually, I think they're probably 105 to 110%, if not 200% behind him. They're at every tournament that he's at, and he's got a cool story. This is one of those just a kid kind of things that turns into a really good fishing career. He's been doing it now since 2018, so he's got 8 years under his belt, and he finished 7th at Bay de Noc. And I'm like, this is the time to have Drake on. So excited to have him on tonight.
Yeah, I've been following along for a while with this kid, and it's I love these young guys. I mean, I've been in this game almost as long as they've been alive, and you know, I look at my 18th year in this in doing tournaments, and I look at Bo, it's 19, Jaden, that's 19, Drake, that's probably finally old enough to have a beer.
Yeah, I think it 24, 25. Let's bring him in and let's get into this thing with him.
How are we doing tonight, buddy?
Good, you guys?
Good. How are you? I mean, you're all good. You look great. Honestly, at this point anymore, I don't recognize you without your sunglasses on, because you kind of have that signature sunglasses flat bill thing going for you, and so to see your eyes is like, wow, it's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's definitely been a fun year, that's for sure.
Yeah. So really, last year was a good year for you, right? I mean, you had a pretty decent year. This year, you struggled in Mobridge like everybody else did, right?
Yeah, that was a tough one.
And you didn't let it get you down. You went in and you went to Green Bay, and frankly, you know, fished that thing pretty well. I can't remember how many boats, was 108 or 9?
I think 111.
111. Okay.
Yeah, 111 on that one.
Right. So yeah, and you finished 7th. This is, you know, and this is your 3rd year as a pro. So, you know, take us all the way back to, you know, take us back to 2000 and, you know, I suppose 7, when you were like 7, 8 years old or whatever, and you were planning on being a National Walleye Tour pro, or were you just playing in the sandbox, not giving a damn about anything? I mean, where did this whole fishing thing come from?
Well, I just following Dad along when he used to fish on the pro side. He used to do a couple circuits here and there, and just riding along with him and just learning it, I guess.
So talk about your dad a little bit there. He and I chit chat. He's always got to remind me who he is, by the way. I seem to meet your parents for the first time every time, and I don't know why that happens. I always feel bad, but I will never forget your mom or your dad, Sarah and Quentin. And it's always a ton of fun to chat with your dad. Your mom was taking pictures. Actually, she's kind of the picture taker for the National Walleye Tour now, right?
Yep. Yeah, they got her roped into doing that now.
Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad thing. It really isn't.
No.
But your dad, did he fish pro? Did he do National Walleye Tour? Did he do
He fished the FLW on the coast side. He used to travel with like Scott Aylard, Tom Bruns, and I believe Dusty Minky and Bill Shimoda too at like the beginning of it.
Okay.
When they were
so
just starting out.
it's in your blood a little bit then.
For sure,
right?
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know if you Google your dad, he had success there because Google AI or Gemini or whoever, pegs him as a successful walleye fisherman, tournament fisherman.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and I think your dad and I have talked about that a little bit, but we never really got into detail. So I never really got an opportunity to know the skinny on that. So how old were you when you started thinking about, I think I'm going to buy a big $100,000 boat or $200,000 or $300,000 boat and start cruising around fishing these tournaments?
I would say probably when I got my first boat when I was 14 years old. I really that's what I wanted to do. I just love it every second of it.
Okay, so let's see. So were you 14 in like 2014, 15, something like that?
I would have been probably 2016.
Okay, all right. So 2016,
probably 15 or 16.
Okay, so your first boat was not a 16-foot Mr. Pike with a 35 horse Evinrude or a 50 horse Johnson. Right?
No, it was
you're past those years.
It was a bass tender, 10.5 foot bass tender with a 2.5 horse Yamaha on it. You actually had to put the gas up on the top of the motor. There's a little gas tank, a gallon and a half gas tank on top that you just screw off the top, fill it in, and good to go.
Well, and reverse was like this, right? I mean, you literally turned the motor around. Yeah, right. Okay, all right. So you started humbly. You started fishing honestly. Right?
You didn't have any draft or anything. Just went out there and just trolled bottom bouncers along the shorelines.
Yeah. Okay. So no nitro with a 225 or anything on it. No. So when did you decide that you're going to have a big boy boat? Right.
Well, I would say it was right after I got lucky enough to win the championship with John Hoyer in 2019. I actually won a boat. That was the prize for winning the co-angler side. It was an 18.5 foot it was 16.5 foot Ranger. It was like a Riata. It was I just sold the certificate back to the dealership, and then I just put money down for a 620 Ranger.
Okay. So you think about that really when you're 18 or how old were you in 2018?
18 or I was 17 years old. 17.
Okay, so you were born in 2001.
All
right, so
17 years old and you win your first boat.
Right. And you're up there with the big boys on stage, and I don't know. I suppose now this is obviously older, but you were standing up there with Jeff Kelm at that point, or was it? No, it was. Was it Mark Wright?
No, it would have been.
Or was it
the Southern boy?
Yeah.
Who was the MC? Gosh. I can't think of his name.
What's his name?
He had a weird accent.
Darn it.
He said everybody's name. It was hilarious to me.
Yeah, wasn't that Mark?
No.
Anthony.
Anthony. Yep. Anthony. You got it. Anthony. What was his last name?
Sorry, Anthony. Right. So when did Chip Lear quit?
Probably 2019, I think, was his last year, or 2020.
Yeah, it was right at COVID. So you might have. Yep.
Okay.
So you dive into this thing. I mean, talk about a co-angler, the true definition of a co-angler experience, right? Went up there, you fish as a co-angler. The program worked for you. You win your first boat, you trade the certificate in, you get a big boy boat, and now you're fishing on the pro side.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a lot of luck, that's for sure. I mean,
know how many anglers that happens to, because I don't think it's many.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
A lot of these guys have big boats. They'll hop in little boats. They'll hop in other boats. They like to fish back home, but they want to go fish the Mississippi, or they want to go try a new body of water. But you started out as a young kid, 17 years old, and you win the championship. You get a boat, and then you trade your certificate in, and you get your 620 Ranger.
Yep.
I mean, that's how the program is designed to work.
For sure.
Here it finally worked.
Yeah. Okay, definitely got lucky enough. I mean, I just got to thank all the pros that I was paired with, got lucky enough to fish with. I mean, they definitely helped me along the way, for sure. I mean, I picked up so much from every single one of them guys I fish with. I mean, I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't have them guys. That's for sure.
And you think about that, you fish with Hoyer and then you beat him. I mean, you did better than he did at Green Bay at Bait and Knob. So when you got the bigger boat, did fishing change for you dramatically?
Yeah, I mean, I did, just learning the live scope. I mean, once I got a big boy boat, I mean, I just got to put the time in. I mean, that's how tournaments are getting won nowadays. Or just you got to have as many hours on that screen as possible.
So how long did it take you before you went live scope then?
Before I did what?
But to go live scope or live sonar, Panoptics.
Dive into the live scope.
Right. I mean, right when I got it on my boat, right when I got my boat, that was the first thing. I mean, if you want to compete, you're going to have to learn how to live scope. I mean, it's just how it is nowadays.
A Minnesota boy that's used to Lindy rigging and bottom bouncing,
right.
I mean, and then you dive into this game of, and you're a young guy, right? I mean, we look at you as a young guy. You have to dive into the live scope game. Growing, your dad's probably like, "What? Why are we doing this? Like, what are we doing?" So what is that? I mean, you got a kid like Jaden or Bo, these young, these new young hot shots they don't know any different. Bo runs that live scope nonstop. So what's that like, coming from a new generation younger guy that's an old school tactics guy?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You just go with it?
Is it
it's kind of just,
you just pick it up and go with it.
What's that?
Was it a big learning curve for you?
Definitely a big learning curve. I mean, just trying to figure out all the different fish species. I mean, down here in southern Minnesota, you got carp, buffalo, sheephead, white bass. I mean, you got everything that you got to try to decipher what's a walleye and what's all these other junk fish. I mean, it's definitely, you got to put a lot of hours in and just got to be out there as much as you can to get it down. I mean, it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is or says it is.
Because you still got to get them to bite no matter what.
Right, exactly.
You can watch fish all you want. You can find fish all you want, but you got to make them bite. What's your favorite color on the screen?
I like the lava. I run the lava palette. I messed around with the blue one and then the yellow one, but I don't know. I like for some reason, that lava one, it just pops for me. I like that black background.
Yep. And you got the red, that reddish orange look.
Yep.
I'm right there with you. I think I use red craw quite a bit.
Okay.
I was really hung on the basic, the original blue, the Panoptics blue with the yellow and the white and red, and then I couldn't stand the amber, the brown, the amber, and that. I tried the blue, and then Tom was using green, and I couldn't do the green. But these reds, and maybe I think everybody's eyes are different, right? So the red thing works for me. Maybe it's your eyes. Kurt, you like the green, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of guys running that green color palette too.
Go ahead, keep going. Sorry about that.
I just said I see a lot of the other guys running that green color palette too, but I don't know. I like that lava for some reason. I don't know. I don't know.
And for me, there's more separation in the lava or the red craw than there is with the emerald. Is it emerald that?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think so.
Tom using. Yeah. So
I want to ask something before we get too far down the live scoping hole, because we could go for 2 hours on live scope once we get down that hole. So as a young guy coming up on the co-angler side, when you went out there your first time at 16 years old, you were the first, one of the youngest co-anglers ever. Yep. What do you have to these young kids that want to do this? Like, what's your piece of advice to these guys?
I just do it, man. I mean, you learn so much information from these guys. I mean, they're the best in the world. I mean, you learn just so much information, and I mean, you just take that information, you can apply it back to your home body of water. I mean, it's definitely a great experience to do. I mean, you learn just so much about just life experiences too. I mean, it's definitely an deal I would recommend to anyone.
I try to tell everybody, because I've probably been a coach to so many guys that want to go do it, and I'm like, if you're going to go do it thinking you're fishing a tournament, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. If you go in it with a mindset that I want to learn something, you're going to get the best experience ever. But if you think you're going to go and you're going to go sign up for, Green Bay, and you're going to go win Green Bay as a co-angler, you're sadly mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's more learning than anything. That's what you're out there to do. I mean, you're just out there watching what the pros do, what they all do, how they make their decisions and whatnot, and just how they go, how they go about things.
So being a co isn't about learning secrets. It's about learning experience, tactics, the way things are done. Would you say that the pros are fishing different than just the regular average us?
I would say so, 100%. Yeah,
it's not that there are a ton of secrets. There are just different ways of doing it better. Is that kind of? Okay.
That's how I would say it like that. Yeah. Yep. More, what's that?
It goes down to even like the, preparation in the boat where stuff's laid out. I mean, it's the
organization,
detail in the little things. That's what separates the good guys from the average guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the amount of if you're clean, you fish clean, and that starts with, a clean boat, to having everything rigged, to you're not going back at the end of a night and leaving your shit lay in the boat and not do anything. Like we do. If we're all out for a weekend fishing, we're going to come on Lake Oahe. We're going to go fishing for the day, and we're going to come back, and we're going to go, whatever.
Get her in the morning.
We'll get her in the morning. You guys they spend hours at night getting ready for the next day, no matter how good they did or how bad they did.
Just got to be prepared and get ready for the next day.
So
you only got so much time to find them walleyes.
If you suck on day one, how do you sleep night one going into day number 2?
What's that?
If you sucked on day one, how do you sleep on night one going into day
you're up
2?
all night you're up all night trying to figure out how you're going to catch them the next day. That's exactly right.
That goes both ways. Okay, so you're leading day one.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's tournament fishing, right? If you suck day one or you're leading day one, you probably get the same quality of sleep.
Yep.
So we do have a couple of questions here I want to get through. Gilgy Outdoors wants to know, how are the orange bellies treating you on bait and knock?
I'll be honest, I didn't even throw one. I tried. Well, I threw it a little bit the first day, but then I went on to the same old jig and crawler program I take everywhere.
So back to confidence then.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, I just got a text from Ryan. He said his text isn't working, so he wants a porch honky shout out.
What's up, Ryan? How you been?
My chat's not working. Give me a porch honky shout out.
Yeah, I got to hear that tune.
So the backstory on that is I was up in Mulbridge I pre-fished with him one day, like the Thursday before the tournament, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm pulling up to the dock in Pollock, and I hear, 'What's up, porch honky?' And I'm like, 'What the heck?' And he goes, 'There's Drake. I drew him as a co-angler, and that's my takeoff song, and he remembers it."
Yep.
Awesome.
Man, that day, I will never forget that day. We were pulling them deep trees just south of town there, and caught that 30 and a half incher, man. couldn't believe it. We had like 200 and some feet of freaking lead core out, and man, I just had to wrestle that thing in the boat. Man, that was freaking awesome.
Okay, is this it then?
Nope, that was the one I caught this year in Lake Erie.
Holy crap! The thing is—it's literally a toad. Where the hell are its feet?
It was 26 inches, 8.5 pounds.
Okay, I was gonna say it doesn't look like a 30-incher, but yeah, look at that monster.
Yeah, short and fat.
Yeah, that's impressive. Okay, wait a minute. Night color, yellow is my favorite. Yeah, okay, right. Using definitely going with night color, right? And so, what did Damon say?
You were missing out.
Yeah, probably the night color. Yellow's my favorite, but color palettes change based on what I'm fishing. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. Yeah, I agree with that. Sticking with one doesn't necessarily always work. And not only that, whether it's Garmin, Lowrance, or Humminbird, I'm different because they do appear different. And that's the way it goes.
Yep.
So here's Trapper says, as a pro, you learn how to catch fish in all kinds of weather and environments, water temp, clean, dirty water, and you focus on you are focused to learn 100%. I mean, but that's where like the co-anglers, you don't see that night, right? I mean, so talk about going from you fish the co-angler side, you win the championship, you win a boat, then you sign up for your first tournament. Like what you did going into, did you travel with guys going in before?
Yep,
so you were traveling with a pro as a co-angler?
Yep. I was traveling with the McCoys at the time. Went for my co-angler on my co-angler side. So, man, I picked up a ton of information from those guys, and I just can't thank them enough. It's just how much knowledge them guys know, man. It's just mind-blowing, honestly. I mean,
Kevin, forgot more than most people ever know too.
Right. Yep.
Truth. So did Aaron come from Devil's Lake and hang around with you guys at all when you're out, or was it just Kevin and Eric?
We stayed at his for the championship. The one year we stayed out at his place in Minnewacan there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And that would have been 2019 then. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or I think no, it was. Maybe it was for the regular season, one of the regular season events.
Okay.
I remember we stayed over in Minnewacan there at the church. It is big. I think you can sleep like 14 guys in that church or something like that.
Yeah. Nice. It's a beautiful little town.
So you had a little bit of the back experience, and you're probably, helping out the guys at night, but then you sign up for your first pro tournament. Now it's all on you.
Yep.
Go through that experience from going, because I just love the story that you're the true young kid, fish as a co-angler, win, and then jump to the big boy side.
Yeah, I mean, jumping on the pro side, I mean, it was definitely a big learning curve. My first event was out on Lake Erie, and I did not get into that live scoping game like I should have. I was just my first event. I don't know. I wasn't all there with the live scoping game quite yet, so I actually trolled that event, and I got I think it was 90-something place. So after that event, that's when I strapped on my big boy panties, and I'm getting this live scoping game figured out.
But let's back up. So that would have been what year? 2020 you went as a or 20 you went as a pro?
Yep. Or that would have been 2023.
You said.
3. Yep. That was my first year on the pro. I didn't fish 2020 because it's the COVID year on the co side.
So let's think about that. So if that was probably the first real time we watched live scope win Lake Erie.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
I mean, not many people were live scoping Lake Erie at that point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the shocker, and everybody, good, bad, or indifferent. People were like, oh, live scope can be done anywhere now. If you can Lake Erie live scope,
Yep, it can be done anywhere.
When they went out and pretty much showed up, this is what's going on.
Yep.
You can live scope Lake Erie that, most of the local guys that probably signed up didn't even have a trolling motor. Probably didn't even have a trolling motor on their boat.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Weren't expecting it.
Yeah, they're trolling.
So I would put myself down for not being in the live scope game because
just starting out.
2021, I can't remember the year that Hoyer went out and did that, and everybody went, what?
That was I think that was the Dunkirk Championship, wasn't it?
Nope, he won it on, I think it was Port Clinton. He went out of.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when he got him in the weeds. Boyer got him back in the weeds and everyone. Okay, never mind.
No, yeah, that was another what the heck moment in the industry of like, you're in Lake Erie fishing weeds.
Yep.
Right. Well, it's kind of like fishing the mud line, right? The dirty, muddy water and winning it.
Yep.
Like you know. Oh, big boy panties. Trevor?
Ryan Rigger does have a question. Ask him what his favorite thing to eat is.
Cheeseburger.
What is it?
Nope, that's what I'm known for, I guess. I like to eat my cheeseburgers. It's the only thing I eat.
Okay. With cheeseburgers, always a cheeseburger.
Yep, I guess. Okay, yeah. So
did Mom ever make pot roast and with gravy and everything when you were a kid? So are you okay with beef gravy?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, I like whatever Mom makes too. I'll eat too. I still live at home here, so I'll eat whatever she makes.
The next time you're out at a restaurant and you're going to ask them, is it good beef gravy? Because you can't just have McCarthy gravy, the packaged crap. It's got to be real gravy. Dip your cheeseburger in the gravy. You'll never go back.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to try that out.
Way to eat a cheeseburger and fries.
I'm going to give you a tip. Do not take food advice from him. Because his favorite snack is a peanut butter and bologna sandwich.
Hey,
don't take food advice.
That sounds tasty. I'm gonna have to try that out.
It's phenomenal. It's best with Jif, but everyday McDonald's. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Everyday McDonald's got to be better than bologna and peanut butter. Trapper, nope. Although, you know what though, I will succumb to cheeseburger dipped in gravy. That is better than a peanut butter and bologna sandwich, because the peanut butter and bologna sandwich is a snack. It's not a meal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A cheeseburger with gravy is a meal.
It's a snack if you're stuck on a deserted island and that's all you have. Like,
yeah, that'd be about the only time I have that, I bet.
Let me pop this on the screen. I want you to. Oh, wait a minute. David, get a chance to try that a while. You know what? Yeah, David, we're going to do that someday. We're going to get figured out. I saw this on your Facebook page. I'm like, oh, here's a good question. So, is that like your sister, or are you married?
No, I'm not married. No, no.
You?
Well, that's my dad just bought a Airbnb up on Lake of the Woods. It's actually like right behind Adrian's Resort up there.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yep.
So
that's what that is. But I'm thinking, is this you?
That was me with a fish I caught. We were out at Big Stone, and that was just an AI. They put that, I don't know how they did it with just AI. They put that girl in there. That's
okay. All right.
I have no.
To the cartoon chick.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because she's pretty cute.
No.
Oh boy, I tell you, Kurt learned a new AI thing today that it's going to be fun to share with people, because it's really, really interesting. And sorry, can't say anything more about it unless you want to dangle the carrot. But
I mean, yeah, it's open. It's an open thing. It's called Fish Techie. And it's an orange ball you buy. They're like 2 for $35. You can buy it at Walmart. What do you say? Walmart, Amazon, Shopify, and Bass Pro. And you hold it up in your photo with your fish, and it takes the length and the circumference and gives you a weight. The way he said the weight is not 100% accurate yet.
Okay.
They're putting AI into this, and they're going to be able to use the scales to do the fish's DNA, like the fingerprint of the fish, the imprinting of the fish, and be able to, they're going to work on a bunch more stuff, but it's pretty cool.
That'd be sweet.
You can share it. You can, all this stuff. It's really cool. It's called Fish Techie, and that Fish Techie is the company. And then tonight, guy we've had on the podcast before, Dave Spade guided him and said, you better check this out. I'm guessing your dad thought that was funny too.
Right. That's so you really want to mess up AI and screw it up? Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's girth that thing, right? Let's girth that at an easy 20 inches, 18 and a half, 19 and a half inches. You know, it was 26.
It was a big one, that's for sure. That's the one I'd like at every tournament.
Well, and then you really want to screw with math. Look at some of the skinny walleye that were caught on Green Bay. What was up with that? Did you catch a ton of little thin pencil walleye?
I mean, so like it seemed like it depended on where you're at in the system.
Okay.
My fish I caught both first and second day. My unders that I caught, they were anywhere from 21 to 22 and 3/4, and they were 3/8 to 4/8, 3.5 to 4.5 pounds. So I mean, they were weighing good. But my overs, my day 2 overs, they were both 8.5 pounds, and then my day 1 I had like a 7, and then like 8.2, I want to say.
Yeah, it was interesting because Jaden and Bo got into some skinny fish, right? Yep. And there were a few other pictures of just pencil thin walleye that really kind of surprised me for Green Bay. I didn't expect that, but
yeah, there was some skinny ones out there, but yeah, I don't know.
And so when you go to these bodies of water, being a young buck, not growing up in Minnesota, fishing a pond with a 2.5 horse motor on the back of your boat, you got to go to Lake Erie for your first event as a pro. Like, I remember I was sitting next to Chad Schilling when Bo pulled up to Lake Erie this year, and he's like, holy shit, this thing is big. And he grew up fishing the Missouri River. What's that like for you?
I mean, it's a big learning curve, that's for sure, but you just go out there and you just got to put in a lot of time. I mean, I get up at 7:30, and most nights I'm not off the water by 8 to 9 o'clock at night. So I spend a full day out there just trying to figure out them walleyes.
Are you spend most of your day graphing, or are you fishing?
Yeah, just going around with the live scope, just going around, cruising around at 7 or have my trolling motor set at like 7 or 8, and just going around cruising until I see if I'm not liking the area that I'm in, then I pick up with the big motor, drive around with the 2D a little bit, and just look for life. I mean, that's the big thing you got to look for, just life in an area.
So what are your home lakes that you're messing around on then?
They're just, a lot of them are like just weeds, and a lot of them are shallow.
So where are you at again?
By Mankato. South of Mankato.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So so they're really, you got the Fox chain down there.
Be like Madison Lake, and then like the Tatanka, Cicada chain of lakes.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You got Fairmont Lakes over there.
Really not a ton. I was thinking that you were a little further north. What was that, Kurt?
Probably spent a lot of time in Northwest Iowa, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit up there.
So I was thinking Crystal, Lida, Detroit Lakes, up in there, but that's quite a ways north of you then.
Yeah.
Well, a long way north. So yeah, you know what?
I either spend most of my time around here, or I'll go over to the Pool 4 Mississippi River in Red Wing, or I'll go to Pool 3 and hit some of them wing dams up there too.
So let's see, man, to Red Wing, is that less than 100 miles?
It's like 90. It's basically right at 100 miles. Yep.
Right. Let's see what.
I just sent you a picture to pop up because you're better at loading them quick.
Well, what you got? You have a picture that.
You a picture. Poor Chunky sent me a picture.
Oh my. Okay, here, let me pop this one up, and Drake, you can explain this one.
So that was the Clear Lake Walleye Classic this spring in Clear Lake, Iowa. We got first place in that one. That was a pretty fun event down there. My first time ever fishing that one, and got lucky enough to win.
Yeah, we had those boys on earlier this season before their event started, and what they got going on down there with that Clear Lake.
Yep. Yeah, they run a pretty good event down there. That was a really fun event. Had we weighed, so that was the 1 day event. I think that was like a week or two before the spring classic they had, and that's their 2 day one. And we weighed, for the 2 day one, we weighed 70 pounds for our 10 fish.
In Iowa?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep. It was crazy.
That's impressive. Right? I mean, that's impressive.
It's a 2,800 acre lake, I believe, or no, it's either 28 or 3,800, I believe. But yeah, I mean, it's not very big at all.
What the heck?
So yeah, no, it's a pretty fun fishery down there. Them boys are blessed for sure.
Yeah, that's truly amazing. I'm sorry, Kurt. This is I don't know why all of a sudden my phone, I got some update and now things don't save like they used to. So anyway,
I would bring it in, but I'd have squeaky noises and all kinds of stuff.
Well, the biggest thing for me is actually finding the picture. So they moved all of the little folders and they moved all this fun stuff. I'm like, well, that just stinks. So
you go out to Lake Erie for your first event while he's loading this, and you got a big body of water. You probably fished it as a co-angler, but now you got to pilot a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably got waves you've never seen before.
Oh yeah, they're big out there.
In your 20 years old at that time, 21.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, what's that feel like now? You go out there, you practice for a week, 10 days, whatever you were there. Then the day of the tournament comes and you put somebody else in your boat and you're like, whoa. I mean, what's that like going from the guy jumping in a passenger seat to the guy in the driver's seat?
Good question.
It's a little overwhelming, but I mean, you just got to go out there and just got to go fish how you catch them in practice. I mean, if they're not there, you just got to keep moving around until you land on that right pod of fish. I mean, some days you're not going to get them, and that's just how it goes. But I mean, you just got to learn from the days that you don't. You just got to apply it to the next time, and hopefully you land on them.
The days you don't get them, right? I mean, then if you go out there and just whack them and lay a clinic down, how much are you learning? I mean, you're learning something, but the days that you struggle,
yep, those are the days that you learn the most.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's gonna be the biggest learning day on the water for you.
Yep, for sure. Yep. Yeah, you just gotta take those days that you don't get them very good, and just gotta learn and try to how you didn't catch them. You gotta figure out. Just gotta figure out how to just catch them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to it. Like, and that's the thing. Like, so you're now in the driver's seat, and you got some guy, most likely older than you. Probably telling you, I've been fishing since before you were born.
Yeah, right.
I hope not.
But you know what I mean? Like,
I hope.
It's such a. I mean, the tenacity you have to have at any age to back. To be. Bo. We talk about Bo quite a bit. I always bring him up, but he's been guiding since he's 10 years old, right? I mean, he grew up doing this stuff. He's been with guys that are like, yeah, I've got underwear older than you, Bo.
Right.
But so he's used to it. A kid like you that probably had, I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume anything, but you didn't done much guiding. Now you're going out to fish your first tournament as a pro in your boat.
Yep.
Well, and then you finish in 90th place, and then you go on to the next one. Oh no, I'm going to do better than 90. Honestly, I'd finish 90 and go, yeah, that's it for me. I'm done. So you think about, endeavor to persevere, right? You do that, and it's not 90 is not successful. Even if it's 120 boats at that particular tournament, I'm guessing they always used to go for that magic 125, right? So 90 out of 125, that's down the list, and then you find yourself in 7th place at Green Bay, and I've just the last couple of years watching you, I've just like he's coming. I mean, this is coming along, and then when I watched you weigh in and get to the end, and like he's top 10. So that was pretty impressive. Here's Ryan's picture, by the way, before I forget.
That thing was a tank.
Yeah, it's it isn't it amazing the number of big walleye that we catch now? Right?
Yeah, that live scope, man. I mean, it's really changed it all. I mean, it's crazy. You go out and you can catch 5 to 7, 8 fish that are over 26 inches, man. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, you think about
Especially doing it around just where you live. I mean, it's
right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter whether you're in Brookings or you're out here or you're up in Rugby, or I don't care where you're at in the upper Midwest. It's amazing. You think about going to Fort Peck.
That'd be awesome.
The numbers out there are crazy. You look at resort Facebook pages. Go back 5 years. Go back 10 years. And like I bet you $5 you'll find that they've got pictures of 3, 4, 5, 10 pounders. Right in a season.
Yep.
And now sometimes it's 5 a week, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say multiple a week.
And hallelujah, what the heck? Let's catch those old fish and let's see them and let's all enjoy them. I think it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I do. I think we had another 13.5 pounder caught out here in the South Whitlock area, and
wow.
And those big fish are just there, and it's truly amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think my biggest one when I was out there pre-fish, I didn't get anything over 10 pounds. I think my biggest was right at 9.5 pounds. So, but I mean, they're everywhere on your live scope. I mean, it seemed like any spot you went. I mean, there's just giants there. They're just being fickle walleyes.
So yeah, what was the length on the 9.5er then? 28, 28.
I think it was around 28.5, 29. Yep. Okay.
So you come to Lake Oahe and the bite is off. I mean, we had a cold snap. We had, everything. That was a struggle fest.
Mm-hmm. That was tough, man. I got there. It would have been, I think I showed up a little early. I think I got there 14 days before the tournament actually started. And I went out there that day that I got there, and I went into the Morrow River there, and I went up shallow into a little bay, and I caught 4 right away. And I thought, well, this is going to be pretty good. I mean, if the rest of the week you can go into spots and just catch fish like this, I mean, it should be pretty fun. But then I went 2 days without catching a single walleye. And I was like, man, what the heck am I getting myself into?
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing, and they were on the graph everywhere.
Yep. Follow.
They were everywhere. Like when I practiced with Ryan, we'd drive and we'd stop, let's throw some cranks down because it was windier, and he picked the windy day to drive from Mobridge to Pollock, and we got to the Pollock about 5 footers, and we're trying to pull cranks with the side wave on us, and the flat was covered. He's like, God, I wish we could scope these, and I'm like, we're not scoping anything here right now. And so it just makes it everywhere we went, there were fish. But they weren't eating.
Yep. I mean, was the same story with me, man.
You'd see a pot of 25 fish, you'd catch 1, maybe 2 out of it, and then you never catch another one.
Yep. Or you'd cast at 50 marks and just to get to 1 bite. I mean, it was brutal out there.
And then the day after you guys left, it went to 95 degrees, and the second day after you guys left, the fish were on.
That's what I heard. They just started snapping. Never fails. Right when we leave, they start going.
I was very happy about that because I thought, okay, well, that saves this lake from everybody and their mother, brother, and cousin coming here and having 10,000 boats. Because I'm not telling you the way things were a couple of days after you guys. Once we got water temps in the 60s, 61, 62, 63, they just took off. And it would have been a heavy bag fest, and it would have brought people from everywhere.
For sure. Yeah, that'd be fun to get out there at the right time of year. I mean, I sounded like last year when they were there. I mean, it sounded like they had a great event, and I think they were there a week after when we were there this year.
2 weeks, something like that.
Was it 2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah,
but
right after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so gotcha. Okay.
Memorial, and then you had Memorial Day weekend, and then you had there. So they'd have been here 2 weeks after. So yeah, the beginning of June, that's when northern Lake Oahe really starts. It seems like first to second to third weekend in June, the lake is when it's churning on.
Okay. I gotcha.
So no, but then you go, that you go to all these diverse bodies of water. So of all the bodies of water you've been to, what's your favorite one?
Probably Lake of the Woods. I really love it up there, man. It's pretty sweet.
The old tea-stained walleyes, man. That's
I mean, there's just so many giants up there too, and you don't got to go far. Just go right out from the river mouth, and I mean, just catch all the fish you want.
Use any color you want as long as it's gold.
Right? Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, so Lake of the Woods is but the NWT hasn't been to Lake of the Woods.
2018.
Oh,
that's been a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I know they're big on catch, measure, release up there.
Right.
They're big on that. A lot of Minnesota's trying to push that aspect of catch, measure, release. And, I'm still the guy. We talked about this earlier. We were talking about that tech stuff I found. I like seeing fish go across the stage, man. Like, even though you get to hold them up or weigh a big fish at the NWT, probably my favorite moment of weigh-ins is watching you guys run up and kind of try to guess, as a tournament director myself, guess what's in that bag.
Yep.
The first year Tom Wynn won the championship 2 years ago, I looked at his bag when they had the camera pointing at him when he pulled it out of the tank, and I go, he just won it.
Yep.
I knew it as he pulled out of the tank. I'm like, he won it.
He won it. It's over with.
It's over. Like, I'm like, he's got the 26 pounds he needs. He's got it done. And just looking at him in the milk crate was like, I love seeing that. Even though I'm going to see all the fish be held up, I still love to see that, the bulge of the bucket,
I just hope that never goes away. That can't go away.
Yeah, and like, okay, let's pop that picture of that fish he caught, that big fat bellied fish.
Right.
So that fish in a catch, photo, release tournament, you're not getting the true weight out of that fish.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You're at that. So 26 inches. So are you getting six? I suppose you're getting 6'5", 5.5, 5 3/4 out of that by measurement and not by weight.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. And we've got a ton of those fish in every system, where they just weigh more than they should. The 26s are weighing 7, 7.5, 8, and look at the 29s. I have 6 29s, and they all weighed 10 pounds or more.
Dang, holy. Those are some giant ones.
It's like, okay, that's great, but I just can't catch a 30-incher, but whatever. But so,
So a couple of falls ago, he fished a nuclear wastewater plant, I swear.
Yeah.
What was your big one? What did it measure and weigh?
So it was 28 inches. The girth was 19 and 15 16. So I just call it 20 for the sake of argument. It's 1301.
Holy smokes.
So I had my shoulders are bad. I took an extension handle off of an aluminum paint pole for painting. So I put that inside, and I had it extended out so I could have it under my shoulder. So I went to pick it up. I'm like, anything over 9 pounds, I couldn't pick up. So I knew when I had a 10-pound fish, and I'm like, I just can't budge this. So I took the foot out, I picked it up a little bit, and I grabbed it, and the handle bent. And I'm like, no way. So I thought I had this 30-inch monster. I got it up to my pickup, and I've got an eave trough that my dad made for measuring. And I'm like, it won't go in there. I can't. And I'm like, so I finally set it in there on its belly, and I'm like, it's 28 inches. And then weighed it, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. My scale was just doing, it was just, just goofy stupid. But yeah, it was, that fall was.
That's a giant 13 pounds.
I don't know that I'll ever have that situation ever again. And I'm glad that I got it. I just hope I'm courageous enough to go out and figure it out here again. But
you think about that, that's my, and I get it. We're all in the same playing field, right?
Yep.
Everybody's in the same playing field when they hit the measuring board. But how many fish do you weigh in practice or during the tournament, and you get, let's just say they're 20-inch fish? How many of those fish are like, 3 pounds, 3 pounds, 3 pounds? They're all over the board.
For sure.
About the skinny fish on, in bait and knock. Like that guy would have got the same weight as you,
Right. Yep.
That's my, and that's where hopefully this fish techie can come along and get the weights dialed into it where
That'd be sweet. Yep.
And, and it's just going to take more anglers. He just told me it's going to take more anglers to get more data. I mean, for $5 to get a freaking ball in the app is free. Like you get 2 balls for $35. Right. I'm like, who's not going to do this? Because if you can data track all your fish and not have to sit there and mess around with stuff, it's going to be incredible.
Yep. And helps the fish too without dinking around with them, getting the weights and measurement and all that other stuff too.
Yeah, he's like, he told me, he goes, I tell people in the catch photo release tournaments, the best place for the ball, and it's got a little clip on it, is in your landing net.
Okay.
In the net.
And then take the photo. Then you never have to take the fish out of the water. You pull the fish up, take the photo, drop right back in the water, and you can get rid of it.
Really?
Never hitting a measuring board, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be.
I mean, just the data. I'm like, just the data for fishermen leading up to a tournament. If you can just do that quick, and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Be a lot more time you save too.
Yeah.
Kurt, I'm going to pop up that picture. This is not going to, it's not going to be pretty because I'm not going to have a black background on it, but that's all right. I want to pop it up and, I don't know, maybe I'm going to get, this is not going to be perfect, but, we'll pop it up and then at least you get an idea what it looks like here.
So he's holding the orange ball up next to a 22.13 fish. The girth is 11 inches around and it weighed 3.33 pounds.
Dang. Okay.
And there's the little ball, so
in the picture. It doesn't even have to be next to the fish. That's so crazy to me.
That's wild.
And here's another one I think is huge. And I always tell this to people when we're talking weights of walleye at tournaments. The way Kurt does it is the best. Kurt goes by weight, not by weight and ounces. So it's 27.5 pounds, not 20, it's 7.5 pounds, not 7 pounds,
4 ounces.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you look at the ounce thing. I mean, how many times do you see a tie?
Right.
Not saying we don't have ties in your event, but I mean, like I was looking at Lake Erie or Bait and Knot, and you're like, there's 3 people tied. There's 4 people tied. Yep. You go through the different spots. I mean, we might have 1 or 2 people tied, but if you go by the pounds and decimals instead of the ounces, you're that accurate. Another thing is we measure every single fish. We don't look at them. We measure every single fish. And the reason for that is we handle them. That way, if there's any discrepancy, I tell my guys that are bumping, I don't care. Nate that bumps for us bumps thousands of fish in a year. He can pick a fish up and tell you it's a 17-incher, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care. Measure it. Measure it because you've got your hands on it.
Yep.
The tail. You're looking at the if there's anything altered on the fish, you're handling every single fish that comes across that scale.
Okay.
He's got a little technique. He'll just kind of rub his thumb across the belly of that walleye and go gizzard, shad, smelt.
Yeah.
I mean, he can hadn't eaten for a few days, that kind of thing. He got that down.
It was funny because Highway Patrol weigh-in for us last week, and I had to go down because we had a scale break, so I had to run down from another tournament and do that. I help him with it, and he grabs the first basket, and he's like, this is a 22.4 pound basket, and he throws it on there, and I'm like, try 17. Oh, a little rusty. The next one, he was within like a pound every time after that. Like, but you weigh enough, you can kind of pick what the bags weigh after a few. You're like, okay, this is what they're going to weigh. This is what they do. So, but yeah, that's why I love bringing them across the stage. I'm nothing against, the photo release stuff. Not my, I want to protect the fish more than anybody, just like you do. And that's what I was talking with that guy. I said, tournament anglers and, this is our livelihood. Is you as a tournament angler, you don't want to go out there and slaughter fish. How many times do you keep fish when you're practicing?
Hardly ever. Maybe on Lake Erie a couple days, but hardly ever, honestly.
like you said, you get up, you're out in the water 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you fish at 8 o'clock at night. The last thing you want to do is stop at a cleaning station to clean up the fish.
Exactly.
It's not even close to fun. It's fishing that's fun.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you we'd look at the clock and go, hey, we've been doing this for 12 minutes. Where's this going to? Oh, it's 55 minutes already. So let's talk about Oconto. You've got one left. Are you, and I guess with that whole fishing chaos thing, and I think they finally put numbers on the website, which is great, but you're staring the championship in the face, right? I mean, you got the numbers. And so Oconto, do you have to kick ass, or can you have a so tournament? Or
I'm gonna try to do the best I can. I'm gonna go out there and give it my all. I'm out there to try to win every single one of them.
Right. So are you, where you're sitting? I'm
sitting at 14th right now for Angler of the Year.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I fall a little bit, then it's no big deal. I should make the championship. But
yeah, no, obviously you want to win this next tournament, and then you want to go into the championship and you want to win that as well. But I was just kind of curious to know your confidence as going into the championship. I mean, you're unless people just absolutely blow it up, you're probably in. They're taking 40 guys again this year, right? That hasn't changed. Yeah.
Yep, 40. Yep.
Yeah.
So you go to back to Oconto to the Great Lakes again, and then you come to the river for the river system for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which one are you more excited about?
Probably Sakakawea, just because I've never fished that stretch of the reservoir. Last time I was there, I just mainly fished up in the Van Hook arm. So that whole Garrison area will be new to me. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's a great question I have for you, since you kind of came from the coast side and into the pro side. This is the first year they put boundaries on all their events.
Yeah, right.
Thoughts on this?
I like the boundaries, honestly. I mean, not burning as much fuel for pre-fishing and whatnot, and you don't have to be the farthest person away to find that bite that's no one else found.
Well, and that's it, right? Like, it's never had a boundary. Never had a boundary. And I remember Anthony called me when they were coming to Chamberlain the year they moved from like Platte to Chamberlain. He's like, if I put a boundary on here, where should I put it? And I'm like, what are you talking about, a boundary? And he's like, I'm thinking about putting a boundary on this one. I'm like, you've never put one on. Why are you doing it on the skinniest body of water you're coming to all season, Francis Case, and you're going to throw a boundary on it? We run a boundary on Cedar Shore. It's Dock 44. That's what it is.
Okay.
But, I'm like, it's just such a weird thing. And then now here, fast forward a few years, and there's boundaries. There's boundaries on the events, and I kind of like it. I mean, people complain to me about the Governor's Cup about removing the boundaries. So I don't know if you're familiar with the pier area of Lake Oahe, but we take off at Spring Creek, you can't go further north than Bush's Landing.
Okay.
So you've got that and the whole Cheyenne River arm, but you have 200 boats out there. So it fishes small.
Really small. Yep.
Really small. And guys were all complaining to me that I got so many boats, and you fish in a tight area. And then we had Chris Haynes on after he won the Gov Cup, and he's like, the reason it's so special is because we fish in such a tight area against so many good people. So you remove that boundary, you lose that. So I like boundaries. I like keeping people tight and making them fish.
Yep.
You're going to outfish the guy next to you.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, isn't that the truth?
You're going to have to if you want to win.
It ain't going to be a checkbook that you paid more money in gas to drive 110 miles one way.
Right.
You're going to have to fish against the guys on the same water.
Yep.
And that will happen on Sakakawea. Going to Sakakawea for the championship. That honestly, this year is going to be tough because you have Dewey, who knows that system. You have Tom Wynn that knows that system. You've got Jaden Wendell, who knows that system. You've got Bo Schilling, who knows that system. So I mean, there are some guys, and there are others that just absolutely can get it done up there. So everybody's going to have their work cut out for them. But I'm excited. I probably will go up there and check it out if the weekend or I guess I don't even know the dates on the championship, but I'll have to look at it because I think I want to go hang up there. So anyway, I see we're at an hour. How about we say thank you for hanging with us?
One last question out.
Oh yeah, right. You got to ask the question.
So your Mount Rushmore of fishing, if you could fish with 3 people one more time, spend a day with anybody in the boat or fish with somebody for one last time, who would the 3 people be? Maybe you've never fished with them, or you wish you could fish with them again, or, the 3 people that if you won the lottery, you'd pick these 3 people to be in a boat with.
My dad and both my grandpas.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of guys will go back to family, and that's fantastic, right? Because usually it's family that gets you going.
For sure. So, yeah, I mean, started. Yeah, that's how I all started, was going out to Lura Lake, the local lake next to my house here. I was out there with my grandpa. I was 6 years old, and that's where I won my first tournament. I caught this 5-pound bass, and I felt like I was on top of the world. So I would say that day right there is where it all started.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That is fantastic. Well, honestly, when you agreed to do this, I gave it a hell yeah. I was very excited that your picture popped up on my phone as I'm on. Okay, let's see who's going to be on this Wednesday. And I stopped and went, oh, Drake. And so it was super excited for the last few days. Couldn't wait for tonight while I was getting ready. And God, I'm just excited about this one. So thank you for coming.
Thank you guys
along with us tonight. Appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck. We're keeping an eye on you. We're watching you. We know you're one of the great sticks for the National Walleye Tour and one of the young guns, an older young gun, because you're 25, right? So
24.
Okay, you're still a young gun then.
Yeah.
He's not married.
You got another year there. But yeah, we really appreciate you hanging with us here, and it could have been a more fun night. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot. It was awesome.
Thanks, Drake.
Right, take care,
guys.
And
thanks.
Don't forget, folks, July 8th, going to be a good one. Jaden Wendell and Bo Schilling. It's